Hi, this is Mr. Knowles, and this video is going to explain a project we're doing for math. And what we're going to be doing is making geometry animals. So there's some pictures of some different geometry animals. I think you're going to like this project a lot. It's pretty fun, and you can be as creative as you want. So let's get started. The directions are pretty easy. So this is what you're going to do. Create at least 4 geometry animals using the cardstock grid paper. So we have some cardstock grid paper that we use for our geometry towns. There's enough where you guys can each have 1 page to be used to make your 4 geometry animals. That's the end result. What you're also responsible for is what you need to do is sketch your geometry animals blueprints, and I'll go over that, on graph paper and calculate their area. So you're also going to sketch your animals on graph paper and you're going to calculate their area. So I'll show an example of that. So I got my geometry animal here. There, zoom out a little bit. So I drew this on graph paper. And this is separate from the grid paper. This is just my blueprint for what my animal is going to look like. So I'm going to draw this on graph paper, and I'll draw 3 others. And now I got to calculate the area of this animal. So I guess I'll say this is my dog. And I got to find the area. Well, his face, the area of his face is 9 squares. His ears, well, together, there's 2 squares. He's got 4 legs, so 4 legs, and they each have 2 squares. So the 4 legs is 4 times 2, that's 8 squares. There's a tail, that's equal to 2 squares. And there's actually more to the ears than what I said up above, so I actually need to change that because if you notice up there, the ears have some points and they're triangles, and you have to remember that the area of a triangle is half that of a rectangle. So I have a half here and I have a half here. Together they make 1. So those points on the ears, that's an extra square. So it's 1. Alright, so now I just need to add these up. So I have 1, 2, together that's 3, 9, that's 13, 8, 13 and 8 is 21, and 21 and 2 is 23, but I'm missing something, so I'm just going to put 23 over here. His body, I forgot about that. I bet someone already mentioned that too. His body has 9 squares in it, so I have to add that to my 23. So I'm going to add the 9. So add 9 for the body. Excuse me. 32. So the dog has an area of 32 squares, and these squares are centimeters. So 32 centimeters squared. And that's how I'd like you to write it out. And actually, what I'd really like you to do, I'm going to erase this here, is give me a list of the dog. So the ears, the area of the ears actually is 3, because I got to count the 1 for the pointed part of the ears. His face is 9. His body is 9. His legs, he's got 4 legs. Together is 8. And his tail is 2. And all together, that should equal what I just calculated. So let's see. 3 plus 9 is 12. 12 plus another 9 is 21. And 21, together these make 10. 21 and 10 is 31. Did I make a mistake with my original total? I think I did. Have you guys done that before? Make a mistake? So let me double check that. 3 and 9 is 12. 12 and 9 is 21. 21 and 10 is 31. Good thing I double checked. I have to change my information. So my dog actually has an area of 31. So your graph paper should have a blueprint of 4 animals on it, and I also want you to list out the parts of your animal and give me the total area there. I believe that's what I got there now. I hope that makes sense to you. If you have any questions, please ask.